Our Foreign Secretary David Lammy is back in hot water again. Surprise, surprise. They thought that when they appointed him as Shadow Foreign Secretary and now actual Foreign Secretary, that if they just got him to shut up for about a year, that everyone would forget what he said in the past. But no, it ain't gonna happen. Are the Republicans going to let go of those horrid comments that he made about Donald Trump in the past and just put it all behind them? No. They are making a scene of it. And you know what I say, David Lammy? You deserve it. You deserve some accountability for the horrendous comments that he made about Donald Trump in the past. So, what is going on? So, he is facing pressure over his old comments from a former ally of Donald Trump. This is Ezra Cohen, who was the acting Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence, that's a long title, during Trump's first term. He took aim at David Lammy on Twitter. Let's take a look at what he had to say. So he shared this old tweet from David Lammy that says, "Deluded, dishonest, xenophobic, narcissistic, Donald Trump is no friend of Britain. He is not fit to hold public office." I'm not sure David Lammy is fit to hold public office, but that's another matter. "Let alone worthy of our country's highest honours and a banquet with the Queen. Theresa May is selling out the UK to a serial liar and a cheat." Those are pretty scathing words, and if I was Trump, I probably would not be quickly forgetting those. And Ezra Cohen has beautifully reshared it to remind us all what David Lammy really is like. And he says, "Our special relationship with the United Kingdom is of the utmost importance and must continue. Thus, I look forward to David Lammy's apology to the American people who overwhelmingly chose President Trump as our leader." So why is he pushing David Lammy to apologise? Because David Lammy, he keeps being asked on media rounds, will you apologise for your past comments about Donald Trump? You had Kemi Badenoch at her first PMQs asking Keir Starmer, will David Lammy apologise, or will you, Keir Starmer, apologise on his behalf? And again, we have no proper answers. He can't take any accountability and just say, look, I messed up. So, let's just not remember, it's not just that horrible tweet that David Lammy put up. He was involved with the protest against Donald Trump when he came to visit back in 2018. He didn't think that Donald Trump should even be allowed in the country. He thinks that he is that dangerous of a man. And you remember we had that protest with the big Trump baby balloon. Yeah, so we had this big balloon in London.
This isn't the first time that Trump has been represented.
I think
as
that the
baby
people
in a nappy,
protesting were babies, to be honest.
Speaking to the fact that Trump has an overinflated ego, he's very thin-skinned, and he does like to throw his toys out of the pram when things don't go his way.
So that was 2018. I won't make you watch the whole thing. And then, so he absolutely despised Trump. And now, what does he have to say about him? He's trying to kiss Donald Trump's ass to make him forget about it. Listen to this, just came out recently.
So, April 2019, you said, deluded, dishonest, xenophobic, narcissistic, Donald Trump is no friend of Britain. Have you changed your mind, or is that still your view?
Here, Chris, I'm sitting here as Foreign Secretary. I've had a meal with Donald Trump. I've met Donald Trump.
Did you talk about this stuff? Did you apologise? Did he bring it up?
Not even vaguely. I've got to say, I found him to be a very gracious host.
Did he offer you a second portion of chicken or something here?
He did offer me a second portion of chicken. He was very generous, very gracious, very keen to make sure that we felt relaxed and comfortable in his surroundings. He was funny, he was warm about the UK, very warm about the royal family, I've got to tell you.
Okay, so, do you think, tell me in the comments guys, I want to know your thoughts, do you think that David Lammy there in that interview, smooching up to Donald Trump, saying, oh yeah, he was really funny, he was a lovely host, he was warm about the UK, do you think that that is going to make Trump forget about this tweet here, where he says Trump is a deluded, dishonest, xenophobic, and narcissistic person who is no friend of Britain? I think he better apologise. Now, let's also take a look briefly at this is what David Lammy did not just attend that protest. I believe he was helped organised it as well. But this is a column that he wrote for Times Magazine in 2018 about why he so passionately despises Donald Trump and doesn't want him to come to the country. So in 2018, David Lammy wrote this article, and he said, on Friday, a 19-foot Trump baby balloon is set to float over the Houses of Parliament as President Donald Trump makes his first official visit to the UK. I will be one of the tens of thousands on the streets protesting against our government's capitulation to this tyrant in a toupee. Tyrant in a toupee! There we go, another criticism. Usually we do not welcome presidents of the United States in this manner, but this is no normal president. As in much of the rest of the world, Donald Trump is incredibly unpopular in the UK. According to Pew Research, 89% of Brits see Trump as arrogant, and 3/4 have no confidence in him to do the right thing in world affairs. Okay, you may not like the guy, but I mean, it is democracy. He did win his election. Can you not just, say, okay, I don't agree with you, but well done to you for winning your election? I mean, do you really think just because somebody is arrogant that they shouldn't be allowed to visit the UK? I mean, it's just pathetic. He says, you can't blame us. Donald Trump has insulted and slandered our capital at its most vulnerable moments. As a representative for some of the most deprived parts of London, I find his description of my city as a war zone because of knife crime not just insulting but ludicrous, coming from a president whose country has witnessed more than 7,000 lives lost to gun violence this year alone. I tell you what, I love it when Trump criticises Sadiq Khan and the state of Sadiq Khan's London. Now, look at the rest of this. It says, when tragedies do occur on Britain's streets, the president licks his lips at the political opportunity. Last summer, a van filled with knife-wielding terrorists rammed into crowds on London Bridge, murdering 8 people and leaving 48 more injured. Foreign leaders from Brussels to New Delhi shared compassion and support for those hurt, while condemning the killers. Wait for this. Donald Trump's immediate response? To slam the reassuring words of London's first Muslim mayor, Sadiq Khan. Oh, you can't criticise Sadiq Khan because he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim mayor, the first Muslim mayor of London. We better only say nice things. We shouldn't, when we've got a terrorist attack, maybe we should think pretty seriously about how we got to this situation. How did the leadership of London and of the country fail so badly that we allowed this to happen on our streets? We allowed those people to die and to be injured. I don't think there's anything wrong with Donald Trump did there, but David Lammy thinks it's vile and that Donald Trump shouldn't have been allowed to visit the UK. So, my question to you guys is, what does this mean for David Lammy? Do you guys think that Keir Starmer might be put in a position where he actually has to fire David Lammy if this news keeps going on, this scandal keeps going on about his previous comments about Trump? Trump is arguably the most important, if not one of the most important people that David Lammy as Foreign Secretary needs to deal with. Should we not pick somebody for that role who at least has not said horrible, vile things about the guy in the past? I mean, our relationship with America is so important. I think Keir Starmer could face a lot of pressure to get rid of David Lammy, but I mean, God knows who he would replace him with. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen below, or do you think that Trump and Lammy will put this all behind them and they'll be able to get on just fine? I'm interested to know your thoughts. I would be very happy if we did not have David Lammy as Foreign Secretary. Remember, he also wants to hand over a ton of cash to the Caribbean in reparations as well. He's got rid of the Chagos Islands. I mean, the list goes on, and he's only been in power for about a few minutes. So I think it'd be great if he goes, but who on earth would they replace him with? Would it be somebody worse? I don't know. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you press the notification bell below so you do not miss out on any of our good other videos. I'll see you all very soon.